All right. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Happy Friday. You made it. We're down here at one of our favorite places, and this is Driftwood, and it's in Boynton Beach. It's right before you get to Woolbright. It's just south of Woolbright, and it's Chef Jimmy Everett. It's a family operation. His wife, his brother's actually bartending. We're going to meet him in a second, but this used to be the old Scully's, and I forget what it was before that, but what's that? Popeyes. This used to be a Popeyes. Can you believe it? But now it's probably some of the most creative and passionate food that I've seen in a while. Chef Jimmy really puts his back into everything that he does. He's got a beautiful atmosphere going on. There's lots of lush greenery going on. He's got bougainvilleas. But check out this outside patio because it's absolutely a great place to dine. It really is. So they're open 3 to 9 p.m. Probably got about 30 seats out here, easily. But he did a great job of secluding it, breaking it off from the street, so it's really private. You don't get too much noise at all. Anyway, let's go inside, check it out. We got the food, we've got booze, it's got the great atmosphere. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. So this is the bar area. It's cute, it's quaint. You can see the large table over here. I love the bottles behind the bar. He's just got everything organized. They've got great spirit program here. They really have a great, great spirit program here. So let's go meet Joe. He's going to make us a couple of drinks here. Hey, Joseph, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good. So you're the brother. You're Jimmy's brother.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you run the beverage program here?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're gonna make us a couple of drinks?
Yeah, we'll start out.
What do you got going
on? I think we'll start out with the Mad Botanist. It's a
Okay.
strawberry infused gin with in-house tonic syrup we make ourselves and fresh lime juice.
Awesome. Throw it up. And what are you using right there?
This is our strawberry gin.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's an infused gin.
Exactly. We just soak the gin in some strawberries a couple of days. Gives it a good flavor. It's our tonic syrup we make in house.
You guys make your own tonic syrup.
Yeah, it's not exactly like tonic water. It's got a lot more stuff in there. There's cardamom, star anise, fennel, coriander.
Sounds tasty.
Yeah, a lot of orange zest and lemon zest. Yeah, it's a delicious drink. Very refreshing.
Great summer drink.
Of course, yeah. We like to garnish it with a little mint, So a spray of rose water on top.
I love it. How long you been bartending?
3 years now. Yeah, it's got a nice color to it as well.
Then you pour the rocks back in. Now, I notice you use different types of ice around here. Can you talk us through why you use different types of ice?
Yeah, sure. Most of it always depends on the kind of...
So wait, hold on. I just got to watch this because that's absolutely beautiful.
Rose water, yeah.
You're spraying a little rose water on the mint, so when you go to sip it, you're going to get the aromatics in your nose, which is obviously it's going to influence the taste that you get.
With a little bit of mint in there as well. It's kind of like plays into the whole botanist thing. There's a lot of different spices and stuff in it, in the tonic as well. So it's kind of like plays into that whole theme of the drink.
That looks absolutely amazing. So back to the ice again. We were talking about the ice. Talk about. Can you tell the people at home why you use different types of ice?
Yeah, well, I always think ice is the most important part of the cocktail. It's more important than the spirit itself, honestly. You use the wrong kind of ice, it'll dilute too fast Oh yeah, we make our own ice cubes here.
That's an ice cube?
Yeah. They're nice. We use them like old fashions, Negronis, stuff like that.
And why would you use a bigger block of ice as opposed to the crushed ice?
It won't dilute as fast, especially if somebody wants just a nice bourbon on the rocks. If you use something like this ice, that's obviously going to water it down a lot faster. Right. This ice is still really good quality ice. You got 1 cubic inch ice cubes. That's great for shaking or margaritas and stuff like that. The way we normally make a drink with the crushed ice is when you're shaking it, you don't want to use a lot of ice in the tin because it will dilute faster, and the crushed ice is already going to do that in the glass. So that's why we kind of go about that.
So I've said it. I'm a former bartender. We're part chemist, aren't we?
Yeah, we get that, I get that a lot.
A little bit of physics, a little bit of chemistry.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So that's an awesome drink.
Yeah.
And what's your hours of operation right now?
3 to 9, and we're closed on Monday and Tuesday. And happy hour is from 3 to 5.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
No, you stop by, check it out. Great food, great drinks, and
Really, it's a great local spot. It really is, and just the look and the love that goes into so many things. Check that beautiful drink out. What's that called again?
It's called the Mad Botanist. That'll be on the menu for a while. So.
The Mad Botanist. So if you come down here, my wife's trying it, and what does she think?
It is fabulous.
She's loving life. Strawberry gin, tonic. Sounds like a lot of botanicals, a lot of herbs in there. Just,
a little bit of lime juice.
just a feast for this. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It is Friday.
Yeah.
So refreshing.
Yeah. And just like the food menu, you know, our drinks are always changing, and we like to experiment around and
Oh my goodness.
to pass the test.
Yeah, that passes the test. You know, it's almost like a rum punch, but it doesn't have that same intensity of a rum punch. It's a lot lighter, a lot more refreshing. The mint hitting your nose when you take the sip, it's just it's
actually like
really complex, but really light and refreshing.
Yeah, I like to recommend this drink for like maybe if you just sat down and you want the tonic syrup has a lot of and gin as well as a really good like aperitif. So it helps build up an appetite, and the tonic syrup's got a lot of spices, and the blend that we use in there, it really it makes you kind of really hungry for the meal that's going to come.
So it's a great opening drink to have
exactly,
to kind of open up your palate, get everything kind of excited and ready to go for a nice meal. They know what they're talking about. I love it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love your shirt too. All right. So I just want to just drink in a little bit of the atmosphere here. We got beautiful nautical theme, browns. Everything's earth tone browns, resurfaced woods, repurposed woods, beautiful lighting, beautiful candles. And now we're going to go back and we're going to see the star of the show, which is Chef Jimmy, and all the great food that they have offering here. What's going on, Chef? How are you, man? Good to see you.
Great. Good to see you.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit first about the restaurant that you have. When did you come in here, and how long have you guys been here, and what gave you the impetus to open up your restaurant?
I've been working in the industry since I was 15, so that was always kind of like, the end goal for me was to have my own place. Once my wife and I met and we were working in the industry together, it was made very clear that we didn't want to be working for other people for the rest of our lives.
That's what I love about you. You're an iconoclast. You really are, man. You really have kind of broken out of the mold, and we're going to show your food in a second, but you have such a passion. And you don't rest, man. You're always, like the menu here, we were talking about, you have a couple of staples like the shrimp and grits and some other stuff. Other than that, you don't know what you're going to get from day to day, right?
Yeah, in reality, the staples, if I had a restaurant that just had staple menu items, I'd get bored.
It wouldn't interest you very much.
No, not at all. I need to keep my head's constantly going. I have a great staff, great team, and they want to keep learning. They want to keep doing cool stuff. We have tons of great, beautiful local product that we want to be able to put stuff together with, and and hopefully people enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, let's get into some of this fare. First, I want to kind of take a look at the table because being a restaurant person. Okay, there she is. I was like, where's she going? Just the attention to detail, the palette of the colors. You got an old book over there. You've got, these are your coasters. They're made out of wood. It's got beautiful labeling on here. There's just such attention to detail. I really, really appreciate it. This is a place where you walk in, because this sets your expectation for the evening. When you see stuff, everything kind of sets the stage for what's about to happen. Your brother made a fabulous drink, and like he said, that kind of sets the stage for your palate. It's a light drink, it's refreshing, kind of wakes up your taste buds, and now we're going to go and we're going to eat. So amazing stuff. I just want to compliment you on that. Do you want to go ahead and talk us through these items that we have here?
Yeah. So we have as far over here is this is one of our biggest sellers. Honestly, this is our sweet and sour cauliflower that started off as a way to use up cauliflower scraps, and I'm not joking. That was literally what it was. And
so it's cauliflower meatloaf.
Yeah, essentially. And it's gluten-free, vegan, and it was one of those things where we ran out of cauliflower scraps, and people were complaining, and it's like, all right, I guess we have to actually buy cauliflower for the cauliflower. But it's definitely one of the biggest sellers. Especially,
one of those happy accidents.
Yeah, especially during COVID when we were doing all the takeout, that was definitely a go-to thing. We sold more of those than anything else.
It probably carries really well. It goes home.
Yeah. That was one of those things. I messed with the batter. It took us about a full 2 days of 10 different tries on getting that perfect batter, so it's not too doughy, it's not too thin, and it holds up good, in a box.
And then this dish here we have.
This is a dish that just went on the menu yesterday. We always have a fresh local fish. This is mahi that actually just came up from Key West, and that's with some braised Swiss chard, and we do a zucchini saffron pesto with some local cherry tomatoes, nasturtium, a little bit of the crispy skin on top. The fish changes, so we, depending on tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're gonna have. It's one of those things.
Could be mahi, could be grouper, could be snapper.
Exactly. It's
all locally sourced.
Yes, that's one thing. Like if you see fish on the menu, it will be locally sourced. That's one thing. I would rather not. I won't have it on the menu if it's not fresh. If I'm not comfortable with the quality, if I wouldn't eat it myself, there's no way it's on the menu. So that's
awesome.
Yeah.
So
That's why I needed to work for myself, because I worked for places where you don't have that option. You have to serve stuff you're not comfortable with sometimes. That's where I draw the line.
Awesome. And then this dish here, I know this is very popular.
Yep. Those have been on since about 2 months in. At Driftwood. So those are our dry rubbed wings. My first sous chef, Kevin, kind of came together with the spice rub for those. And those, they're honestly like the best wings that I've ever had. And I've tried to do a few different versions of chicken wings, and they'll come out good, but I'll still sit down and compare, and I'll be like, you know what? No, these are still better, so we're going to keep them on the menu.
So is there a lot of experimentation that goes on here with you guys?
Every day, yeah. Every day we're messing around with stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're like, try this. What do you think?
That's what we love to do.
That's like a little friendly competition, or just kind of.
Some people can get competitive with it. Me personally, like I feel like that's my job as a chef, as a restaurant owner, to make sure that my staff has that opportunity to learn and grow. And that's especially nowadays with the staffing issues. Like we've never really had staffing issues here. We don't have a high turnover. It's because I make sure that all of my staff has what they need. We're not a big company. We don't offer like big benefits and lots of money, but everyone here, I'll make sure everyone does get what they need to out of it from a professional level.
Absolutely. Culture. It's about the culture you set up. And
we treat everyone like family.
You're family, you're knowledgeable, and you're passionate. I love that. And like you said, you guys are, every day you said you're trying new dishes. You give, you're not worried. I mean, it's not like you're not worried about food costs, but you're like, yeah, go ahead. Let's try those wings. Let's try that. Let's try that.
Yeah, within the food, don't get me wrong, food cost is especially in the first year, that was an issue, because we do use good quality products, and it's not cheap, and we were just because of our location, and we weren't able to really charge what we should have been charging.
Right.
So I made up for that by just not paying myself for the first year and a half or so. Me and my wife, it was a lot of struggles on that end.
And how are things going now?
We're finally, after 3 years, we're finally at that point to where we've been able to figure out how to make things work, find that happy medium of the balance, essentially. That's what life's all about. And
are you starting to pull that Boca del Rey crowd down here, or yeah?
Yeah, we definitely have people coming here from Fort Lauderdale, from Palm Beach. We have people coming here from all over, and so that's yeah.
Yeah, well, it's totally worth it. And yeah, if you're watching this and you're up in Fort Lauderdale, down in Fort Lauderdale or Boca, it's worth the trip up here. Let me tell you. So let's talk about this dish right here. Looks like a little fish dip.
Yep, that's a fish dip. Same idea with the fish. So that's going to change depending on what we have. Right now, it's blackfin tuna. It's actually a mix of blackfin tuna and kingfish.
I've never heard of blackfin tuna. That sounds interesting. And kingfish?
It's season right now. Yeah, blackfin's going like crazy right now. That's definitely a late spring catch. When it comes,
I like deep jigging those. They're the fun. They're the footballs, right? We're talking about.
Yeah. They're like footballs. Those are house-made crackers. We do just like Old Bay seasoned crackers. We roll them out.
So there's Old Bay in those?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then so the fish dip is one of those things that changes. I mean, we don't really always use. It's not like some fish. I won't use like the scraps. Like for mahi, any trim sort of thing. Like we're gonna have fish and chips tomorrow, probably with any of the trim. That won't make like a nice beautiful portion. When we get the tuna, we'll serve. Right now we have like tuna for ceviche. Any of the trim that's not perfect for ceviche, that's going to be going into the fish dip. So that's kind of how we cross-utilize. Again, going back, like that's how we figure out like how to keep our food costs low, but still be able to have fun and kind of try different things.
That's a very important part of being a restaurant that a lot of people don't get out there, is the fact that one piece. Like you said, you're going to get the prime piece for that, and then there's other parts that you'll use for fish dip, and it's all about getting the most out of everything that comes through the doors.
You have to, yeah. Yeah, those wings came from a whole bird. that, you know, we're selling the breast as an entree, and we have the thighs and breasts that go into the chicken and dumplings. We actually take the oysters, which is like the prime cut on the back, and we run a special. We put it on the menu for a couple days to sell the oyster. We do a chicken fried chicken oyster. So
That's incredible.
Then we make the stock. Then we make the chicken stock out of the stock. We take the skin. The skin from the chicken goes on our deviled eggs. We dry fry up the skin.
Those devil eggs are the devil eggs. Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the staples, just like the wings.
That's a staple.
That's like the wings. It's not going anywhere. We've tried, and yeah,
People get mad.
Exactly, yeah.
And then last but not least, if you got room for dessert, and you should definitely save room for dessert because their desserts here are homemade. They're fantastic. Tell us what you got right here, please, chef.
Yeah, so this is dessert by our pastry chef MJ. This dessert serves quite a few different purposes. What it is it's a citrus tart. So there's a graham cracker crust on the bottom, and it's a citrus curd. The white ball sort of thing on top, that's a crispy meringue. If you break into that, there's a whipped citrus cream and then a berry compote that'll kind of ooze over. Yeah, we can break into it. Let's get
a little action, a little drama.
Then there's some macerated berries.
So watch the macerated berries. Wow.
So in there, that's whipped citrus cream and then a berry compote.
So definitely save room for dessert when you come here.
And then there's actually a vegan coconut sorbet over there. So we kind of utilize components of this to do a vegan dish to make sure we always have stuff for vegan. That's one thing we definitely take very seriously here is always have options for vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, any sort of dietary restrictions. We're always very flexible with that. And if we don't have it on the menu, people know just to ask, and we can always figure something out.
Can adjust a recipe.
Yeah,
we need to do.
We're creative enough to be able to figure something out for everyone. And we always have fun stuff kicking around too. So.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for making this food and for sharing with everybody what your idea and your passion is here. One of my favorite places around. I just really respect the integrity, the dignity, the professionalism that you really put behind your food, man. It's really awesome to see.
Yeah, it's easy when you love what you do. It's not.
And that's it. You love what you do.
Yeah, this is what we do.
It's great stuff. Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
Come check us out if you haven't already. And again, I know a lot of you have been at least one-time customers here. Hopefully repeat customers. And I just want to thank you guys a lot. You guys have really helped us out, especially over the last year, but over the last 3 years since we've been open. So thank you all.
Good stuff, man. Driftwood, Boynton Beach, Federal Highway, just south of Woolbright. Worth the drive if you're in Boca or Delray. Check these guys out. Amazing, amazing food, amazing flavors, and a lot of passion. We'll see ya.